Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Mina. I'm a culinary school grad and a former professional cook, and today we're gonna make a vanilla version of the last video or of the last cake that we made. So the last cake that we made was a chocolate cake in the microwave, and I was going through the comments and a lot of people said make a vanilla version. So we're gonna make a vanilla version that's kind of like a shortcake. We're gonna do the same technique that you do with a shortcake. We're gonna cream the butter and the sugar together, and then we're gonna add an egg and then all your dry ingredients. And the reason that you wanna cream the butter and the sugar together is that it gives you a fluffier, airier texture in your cake. And I also got a few comments saying that the cake was too small, it's not big enough, there isn't enough volume. And I understand where you're coming from, but let me just give you my point of it. So when I make a recipe, my priorities are macros to calorie ratio, taste, and then everything else. I do try to have big portions of everything. It's absolutely on my list of the priorities, but it's not high up there. My main concern is to have good protein to calorie ratio and for it to taste good. If your food doesn't taste good, you're not going to want to eat it. So that being said, I will give you a few options if you want to make this a little bit lower calories than it is. So this is going to be around the same calories as the last one, around 360 calories for the same amount of protein. We only changed a few things in this recipe. So the changes that we're going to make, and I saw some comments and you guys guessed pretty much most of the changes that we're going to do. So we're obviously going to swap out the chocolate whey for a vanilla whey, and we're going to use some vanilla extract. You know, I'm using the vanilla bean paste, the best next thing to real vanilla. Link in description if you're interested. And like I said before, we're gonna use butter this time. We're not gonna use oil because I wanted it to be more of a shortcake kind of a cake. So that's why we're gonna use butter, and we're gonna cream it with the sugar. And speaking of the sugar, we're using Swerve this time just because this is what I had in the pantry. I ran out of the other stuff, and I saw another comment. It was a very long comment that I got on the last video, and I really appreciated that comment. And it was all about the calories in sweetener. Look, I'm not counting the calories in my sweetener. I know this may have some calories in there. I'm not sure what the best way to calculate the calories in all different kinds of sweetener. If you know how to calculate the calories for this, I'll tell you how much I'm using of it, and you just leave it down in the comments for everyone else to see. So that's where I stand on the sweetener. So how can you make this lower calorie than it is? You can skip the butter if you want. You could use light butter. So if you want to skip the butter and use applesauce, you can do it. I did try it for you so you know what to expect. I'll have a picture up on the screen. You could tell the texture isn't the greatest. It's more dense, right? You don't get that crumbliness that you want from a cake, and that's what fat does. It gives you that texture that you want. Other thing you can do is you could swap the milk. I'm using the 2% Fairlife. You can swap that out for any kind of cashew milk, almond milk, whatever. And the last thing that you could do is skip the egg yolk and just use egg whites, but this is one that I really recommend you just keep in there and play with the others around. Don't underestimate the power of a yolk. You can also use light butter if you want. It'll have a similar effect, but light butter is mainly water. It's not really fat. The main ingredient in light butter is water. It's just water with a little bit of fat, and they homogenize it together. So just keep that in mind. Again, it's not gonna give you the same crumbly texture. It's gonna give you more of a denser texture. And then I mentioned that you should use code MINA and buy yourself some stuff from Jack Factory, get yourself 10% off and support the channel. Thank you. Almost forgot the milk. I knew I was forgetting something here. One of those days. One of those days. And remember, you can mix all this in the bowl instead of this bowl, but if you do that, you're gonna have the cake go up the sides here while you're mixing. And because I'm making a video, I just want it to look pretty, that's all. In the microwave it goes, and from my experience, it's gonna take a little bit longer than 90 seconds. I'm not sure why this one took a little bit longer than the last one. Last one was good at 90 seconds. This one took almost 2 minutes for me. So just keep that in mind when you put it into your microwave. Took just about two. Oh, that's hot. Oh, it's a hot bowl. Took 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Be careful. That bowl is hot. You can absolutely eat it just straight up like that or just out of the bowl, but I'm gonna top it with strawberries and whipped cream. Kind of a very lazy strawberry shortcake thing, right? Maybe that's what I'll name the video. Should I name the video that? I think that's what I'll name the video. These are just some strawberries that I cooked down in a tiny bit of sugar. These are the same exact ones that I used in the last video. I just like to have them around in the fridge. They're really just great to put on everything. And they don't have much more calories than just regular strawberries because these are fresh strawberries that I cut down and just cooked, again, with a tiny bit of sugar. There it is. This is what it looks like. Here's my hand for comparison so people can get an idea of what the size of it is. I mean, it's not tiny. Yes, it's not humongous. Like, you're not gonna get half a sheet tray of a cake, but you're getting a cake that actually tastes similar to a real cake. Like, it's a dessert you could look forward to, and you can get some protein while you're eating it. You're getting protein while eating cake. Let's try it. There it is. Now compare that to what I showed earlier in the video when I used the applesauce. I like the texture a lot. What I don't like though is that sweetener. I'm not a fan of Swerve. I really like the King Arthur. I don't know what the difference is between all the artificial sweeteners, but all I know is I like monk fruit and the King Arthur stuff. I don't like the sweetness that comes from Swerve. That is for sure. What is your favorite artificial sweetener? Let me know in the comments so I can try them. You can see the texture of it. It's not that eggy, spongy. The macros in the cake, just the cake, not the whipped cream or the strawberries, is 350 calories with 29 grams of protein. That's good to me. I'm really happy with where the macros are, the protein to calorie ratio, and it's not tiny and it's not huge. That being said, I do understand that if you are on a cut and you're really tight on calories, you may not want to spend all those calories. So I gave you ways in the beginning of the video to make it a little bit lower in calories, but just know that you will sacrifice mainly the texture of it and a little bit of the taste as well. This does have that buttery taste to it. You do taste it in there. And the texture isn't that chewy rubber bouncy ball that you all know and don't love. Actually a little bit crumbly and more resembling of a cake, you know? To me, it's worth it that I would have food that I'm at least kind of looking forward to rather than just trying to shovel it down just because I have to. I at least want to enjoy my food a little bit. That's how I see it. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. Anyway, leave a comment. Let me know what you want to see in the next video. Let me know what you want to see turned anabolic. And don't forget to tag me on Instagram if you make this recipe or if you make any of my recipes. You know I love to see what you guys are making, and I love when you tag me in it and just when I see what you made with the idea, because a lot of times in my videos, I'm really just trying to give you an idea of a meal, just a general concept, and then you could take that and apply it to a lot of things and play around with it and change it around and make it your own. So don't be scared to tag me in any posts, and leave a comment down below, even if it's to say hi or just help me out in the algorithm thing. I don't know, they say it helps. That's all I gotta say. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.